Everyone, this is Jess, aka Sketchwriter Jess. First, I'd like to say that there are no products in the shop this week. There's products there, but I didn't make any new products for the shop this week. Um, it's hard to explain this. Um, I have, as you can tell on my channel, I've had like this new style of reading I started doing, and I really love that because I feel like I can really help people with it. My other style isn't bad, but I feel like this is a better style to have with the Cosmic Tarot that I have. It, I felt called to get this deck. I have a friend on Instagram, and I don't know if she has a YouTube channel yet, but if she does, at some point, I would certainly, definitely shout out to her because I'll tell you my story. Um, basically, um, I I had seen her tarot decks that she was giving away, and she said like we could donate, something like that. So I donated to her, uh, and I bought two decks from her. One of them, I'll show it to you. I have the Tarot of Sexual Magic deck. I just wanted to see what it was like. I've seen tarot readers use it on YouTube. And then the other one, I have the box for it, but what I did was I put it in its own bag. So it's actually called the Cosmic Tarot, and I put it in a bag. Um, and I felt called to buy this deck. She said there was no meanings with it. It originally came with meanings, but I guess, I don't know, maybe she lost them. I have no idea what happened in the meanings, but this particular set did not come with meanings. And I thought, that's perfect. And actually, neither of them came with meanings. I said, that's perfect, because then, like, I can use my little dictionary that I made for my original tarot cards, the Rider deck, which I love, but is kind of campy for me. Um, Whereas this one's more serious. Uh, and, I have my Notes from the Universe cards here. I use those too. Um, so, the Sexual Magic deck I bought, I figured, I can just pull a card out and write something down, Oh, look at the position, right? Something like that, I would treat it more like an oracle card. I wouldn't do like a whole reading with them. I'd like maybe do a reading with the Rider deck and then like pick out a card or two or three or something, whatever, as oracle cards, and then I could come up with something. Which I'll try sometime, maybe when I'm in a better mood. But right now, I am in a mood that's kind of mixed. Um, Last night I had a breakdown, like a crying breakdown. Um, I was thinking about, actually, it was the night before last night. The night before last night, I was thinking how lonely I was, and this guy that I've been thinking about, that we've been talking, and then like all of a sudden it stopped, and I I thought, well, like I can't hold on to this anymore, but I was like, but I'm still in the same predicament of not having a connection to real people like in my life. I mean, um I live here in Florida, and like, I mean, I do meet people sometimes, but I haven't really been able to connect with anybody close by. I tend to have more connections online, which is okay. It's good to have friends online, but there's something about meeting with people in person. No, I'm not saying I want to meet you in person. That's not, I don't meet people through social media usually or anything. Um, it has to be like more like I have to be more acquainted with the person some way. Um, like maybe I buy things from them or something, so like I know them better than like somebody who just says I want to meet you. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, So I had this major, like, crying, emotional thing. I thought, you know, there isn't any medicine that can be prescribed to stop you from feeling the pain of a heartbreak. Um, it's it's horrible. It's like it's really horrible. And I mean, I've had heartbreak before, but this one was particularly bad. Um, so 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 that happened, and then last night, a good friend of mine, she said, she's the one I go to get tarot readings from most of the time when I want a tarot reading. She said, well, ask Angel Michael to cut the cord, which means like kind of like cut that feeling like you're attached to somebody. And I said, well, I'll consider it, because I was still holding on to this hope that this would change. And like I did a tarot reading last night, and it wasn't on here. I did it just for Instagram because a lot of people, they do free readings for Instagram. I thought, well, I'll try that, see what happens. And I needed a good laugh, so like I made it funny, but I still used the Cosmic Tarot to do it. It's kind of like the ones I did for this channel, the recent ones. So what I did was I typed it up. I had like these slides that I made for it. I did it in my GIMP program, a photography program. It's free. And you can do all sorts of cool stuff in it. And so I just typed everything up and put it in there. And then I made slides. So like when you read it, it's all easy to read. It's in my font that I designed. And I got the font. I was able to design the font, and then somebody online was able to convert it to an actual font. So that was pretty cool, and I've been using it ever since. And I was going to pay them, but they're doing some kind of Bitcoin thing. So it was like one of those things where they had ads on their site, and then they had like you could donate, but I didn't want to donate with like Bitcoin, that freaked me out. So I was like, no way, I'm not doing that. So I clicked on their ad. But I know it's not much, but I use it. I use the font a lot. So, um, anyways, back to the story. Um, I had prayed last night after I got after I did my fun tarot reading and posted it and everything. I prayed last night to Archangel Michael to cut the cord, to just say, look, I think we're supposed to be apart right now, even if whatever. Like we're just supposed to be apart. Like this is ridiculous. Like not just ridiculous, but painful. Having this heavy weight of feeling like I don't know where this is going. If it was ever going to go anywhere, I sure as hell don't want to be waiting around for something that's not going to happen. If it's not going to happen, so I prayed last night to get the cord cut, and I didn't know what to expect. And I mean, I probably shouldn't even be talking about this because it's probably some sacred thing. But seriously, I want to let people know because I think it could be different for everybody. But for me, I think what my soul was saying was like, how would you feel if he was really gone? Like if you weren't talking to him anymore, like how would you feel if he was telling you, "Oh, I'm sorry" and all that? And like I felt it. And it was like, well, he'd have to explain a whole hell of a lot, and I don't even know whether I would like want to be around him anymore. So like with the cord cutting, like I had prayed for it last night. It was like around 4 in the morning, and then I got up at like 3 o'clock today, and I was thinking about him, having my typical thoughts, wanting to be with him and stuff, and then all of a sudden, I had never had this dream of him doing this before. I had this dream of him holding me and saying, "No, don't go, don't go. I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go." And he like kept saying it, and he was like wouldn't let me go, and he was like, "No, no, no. I really love you. I love you." He was like going crazy in the dream, and he just kept going, like he wouldn't let me go, and he was like, no, I don't want you to go, I don't want you to go. And he was like trying to tell me like how it was the first time we met. It was just, and I'm like, okay, this is probably not really happening, this is just a dream. But what's the thing is, I never had a dream like that before, where he had been saying things that he had not said in other times I thought about him. So I was like, wait a minute, like this is different. This is something going on here, and I felt that feeling of the relief from my stomach, like almost like something had been cut, like there was a cord that was there and it was cut. And it was something amazing because it was like the minute that happened, I'd had like this other vision of him too, and he was in pain, but then he was out of pain. He didn't feel any more pain either. He was fine. Like, but he was like in pain. That's the only way I can describe it. Um, so whether there's anything happening on his end, I have no idea. I don't even care at this point. I'm like, I just hope he's not in pain. Like, that's the only thing. Is I hope he's not in pain. I don't want him to be in pain. Um, but it was just, it was really amazing. Like, I had all this clarity, and I was like, I really need to keep doing these readings about the twin flame. And so that's what I did. And I said, like if I just put some free ones out, I mean, I'll do some for the channel too. But, if I put some out on Instagram, then, you have like one that's a video and one that's on Instagram. And you can see the style. And for right now, I'm thinking of just doing general readings. I do want to sell some in the shop, but I think I kind of want to hone it a little more and see what people say. Um, I think that they definitely do resonate with people. I noticed my YouTube views have been going up, so I know it's resonating with somebody. Um, so I feel like that's what's going on right now. I mean, like I'm going through this transition, this kind of transformation of like I had some things I had to acknowledge in my past where I had to say, okay, I messed up, but I really didn't know any better, you know. And so like I was able to forgive myself for things that I had done, like I was like 10 or something, and I did some stuff that I'm not proud of, but it's like I just didn't know any better, you know, how to treat people and stuff. And so, you know, I forgive myself for how I acted when I was a kid, because I was a kid, you know. And I think a lot of people have things in their past where they say like, oh, like I can't forgive myself. But I don't think you can really move on and have a good relationship with somebody until you forgive yourself and you truly accept yourself. You say, I messed up and I take responsibility and I do better now than I did before. Starting now, I do better. And I think that that's something that you have to keep in mind. I mean, I certainly would rather be on better terms to start with a relationship than, like be in a space where I'm feeling vulnerable. I'm feeling like uh, too open, too open. That's the thing that happened with this person. It was like I was too open, too wide open, and but at the same time, I think it's the kind of thing where like maybe I just needed to be wide open because I felt things that I hadn't felt for anybody before. With this person, I felt things that were different, just things were different. The way I did things with writing was different. My art was different. Everything was different, and it was better. Like it was better because I had met him. But it wasn't just him. It was my reaction to the feelings I was feeling. Uh, that when I felt so open with him. Um, so bear with me. I know you guys are interested in my products. I've seen some views on some of the things that are my products. And I'm still planning on writing the tarot tales, but just realize those are like absolutely true fiction. Like they're not, I don't call them readings, I call them tarot tales. Because they will resonate with people and you do learn something, but they're entertainment. Whereas, and I have to say they're entertainment to have them on Etsy, but these other tarot readings that I'm doing now, they're really more like regular tarot readings. They have like wisdom in them, guidance almost. And you know, I'm single. I've never had a relationship before, but I know what love is. I know what it is. I live with people who love each other so much. They've been together for 40 years. And, you know, I have people in my family that live close by and they've been together for 40 years. And, you know, I mean, I know what it is. And no one can tell me different. So if it bothers you that I haven't been with anybody and I'm giving love advice, you can click the fuck off then. uh, Uh, sorry, I had to do that. But, yeah, I think I'm giving advice from a standpoint of who, somebody who's kind of on their own with this thing and, you know, needing to make decisions. So I know what it's like to have to make decisions that, I'm sorry, life or death, you know, heartbreak or no heartbreak, things like that. I mean, decisions that are really tough. I've been there. I know what it's like to go through something that's soul crushing. And this twin flame journey is soul crushing. From what I understand, most people who are on it, they separate from the person and it's that they're into. And it's supposed to be for the transformation to take place for each person. And then they get together and they have their mission and they, you know, they're fine. Um, you know, I don't know if this guy is a twin flame. I don't know if he was like somebody I thought was and he's not, but whatever. He's out now. I feel differently about him now. I'm not like upset with him. I'm not holding that anger in. I'm not getting that agitation. Honestly, I just hope he's okay. I hope he's not in any pain. I never wanted him to be in pain. Um, as much as I was angry about how he treated me, I never wanted him to be in pain. I didn't want him to face bad things. I cared that deeply for him. I didn't want him to get hurt. And I kept feeling like, oh my god, he's gonna get hurt. He's gonna get hurt. Like I just kept feeling that feeling, but I don't know if it was really justified. But this is weird. This has been a different thing than any other relationship I ever had. So, well, situationship I ever had. It's a situationship. That's right. Okay. So, I think that's it. I am gonna try to get things in the shop every week. I do want to mention one more thing. I have these poems that I wrote. They they're in reference to this guy, but they could be about anybody. And I got really good response on them when I posted them on Instagram, and you know, I really like them. They're good poems. They speak to part of my soul that was not around before, you know, or I should say it wasn't awakened before. Not like this, not in a way where I was really alive and awake and in the moment. So, I mean, I have these poems and I'm making some artwork with them. I have another font that I designed and created, but that font I did all by myself, and I did it in uh, the Illustrator, not Illustrator, Inkscape, the Inkscape program, and I made my own font for that. So basically, it's just text art, but I use my own font, so it's really nice looking. I don't put my logo on them. In fact, I don't put my logo anywhere really anymore. I only have it as a reference. I only have them in like the self-help books because the logo to me looks like a little person knitting. So it's weird to have a logo on something, a little person knitting on something about the ties that bind or something like that. So I don't put them on there. I don't put them on anything anymore really. Um, he's more like just in spirit now, I guess. My logo. I do put him like he is on my website. And he is on, you know, like as my logo, but I don't even put him in my readings. I should put it in my readings, but I haven't put him in there. I don't know. I may have to do it though because it may be a good idea. I don't know. I have to think about it. It's not the end of the world. I'm so tired. I worked so hard on this thing, and I'd really appreciate it if you see this video. I'd really appreciate it if you go to my Instagram and read the newest post I did and the other posts that I did. They're the most recent ones. Um, this one it's called, well, it's Transforming Memory, but I don't think I've listed that on there. But the most two recent ones, they're tarot reading ones, and they have the swipeable format. If you could go there and read them and either comment on there or even just follow me or something, like, just, it would really be nice to see what you think. And I really feel like it could be for one of you. So, I mean, that's an even better reason to check it out, as it could be for you. Not just like a selfish thing of like, oh, I want more followers or something like that. But it would help me out if I was able to get you to subscribe on that platform. I I am gonna post things on there that are only on there from now on. So there'll be extra stuff. It's not like you'll see it on my blog and on there, you know, all the same thing and it's like all spam. It's not like that. It's gonna be like special things for Instagram like this, like I did today. Um, so if you could do that, if you could go to my Instagram, follow me, and read my stuff, and if you want to comment, if you feel moved to comment, that's great. You know, I mean, if you have constructive criticism, as long as you're respectful, I accept it. Um, this is a new format, so, um, you know, it's different than the old one, but I feel like it really says what I'm trying to say, what my soul is trying to say about this twin flame journey, what it believes, what my soul, my higher self says about this journey. Everybody has their own interpretation of it. Um, but I think the journey is, you know, everybody separates and they transform on their own and they come back together and they do their mission for mankind. Well, mission for mankind. You know what I mean? They make humanity better. They do something good for the earth, or they do good for people. They do something good for people. It could be anything. Um, uh, so I think I should stop now because I'm getting really tired. And so if you could do that, that'd be great. And I have a blog, sketchwriterjess.com. So you can see all of my other links and stuff on, well, I have Etsy shop too, but you can go to Etsy and find my stuff. I'm Sketchwriter Jess on there too. I have links in there to my other places, so you know, those will get you started, and then you can just follow me everywhere if you want to see more from me. I'm gonna try to start doing more specialized content format on each platform so that you're not going to each platform and seeing the same exact thing. Um, I've been kind of lazy in that, but I just wanted you to know it is a lot of work to promote yourself and to make the graphics and to do all those things. It's a full-time job, and you know, yeah, I know I got all the time I need, but it's still like a full-time job. So uh, it's a lot of work, but I really do want to do this for you guys. I want you to feel less alone on this journey, and I want you to feel like you can just embrace it and not feel like it's got to be so painful. You can do things that'll make it less painful, in my opinion. So, like, I recommend things for that. Um, one thing I recommend, one of them is a vision board. The other one is reading. So, those are two things I recommend. So, if you go check them out, they'll be there for you. I'm not gonna, not gonna take them down anywhere. I'm not gonna take them down, so they'll be up there. But that's it. I'm gonna sign off now. So I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.